If you care about your body and your long-term health, this is something you shouldn't ignore. A lot of people overlook the importance of proper care for their private parts, often assuming things will just take care of themselves. But the truth is, your sexual health can reveal more about your overall well-being than most people realize. There are common mistakes that many men make, and they don't even know they're doing damage, sometimes permanent damage. So let's talk about some of the habits that could be hurting you without you even realizing it. First off, many people don't realize that the way your body performs in the bedroom is often a direct reflection of your general health. Weak or inconsistent function can sometimes be one of the earliest signs of serious issues, like heart disease. Reduced blood flow, hormonal imbalance, and even nerve damage can first show up as problems with arousal or performance. If you notice things aren't working the way they used to, don't brush it off. That's your body trying to tell you something. The sooner you take it seriously, the better chance you have of improving not only your intimate life, but also preventing bigger health problems later on. You also need to stay away from at-home fixes or strange remedies that claim to boost size or performance overnight. These methods are often risky, unproven, and sometimes outright dangerous. There's no miracle cream, pill, or homemade device that will make a dramatic difference safely. Practices like aggressive stretching or applying strange concoctions can cause lasting harm. In fact, some of these attempts have landed people in the emergency room with serious injuries. Everything from torn skin to emergency surgeries. Just because you see it on the internet doesn't mean it's safe. Some men have tried methods like intense stretching exercises, hoping to gain size or strength. But over time, these practices can actually cause small injuries that build up, leading to scarring and reduced sensitivity. Others attempt to create their own constriction devices from household items, which can quickly become medical emergencies. These objects can get stuck or cut off circulation, and when that happens, it can be extremely painful and require professional intervention to remove. If you need a specific product, buy it from a reliable source. It's not worth the risk of improvising with the wrong materials. Keeping things clean is another essential habit that can't be overlooked. That might sound basic, but it's surprising how many people either don't do it correctly or neglect certain areas. If you're uncircumcised, it's especially important to gently pull back the foreskin and clean underneath it regularly. This prevents the buildup of bacteria and smegma, which can lead to infections. Left uncleaned, it could also hide early signs of skin changes or even more serious issues. Being able to fully retract the foreskin is also important. If you can't, it might be time to speak with a medical provider. While cleaning is necessary, there's such a thing as overdoing it. Using harsh soaps or scrubbing too aggressively can irritate the sensitive skin in that area. Fragrance products or strong detergents might cause itching, redness, or small cuts that make things worse, not better. The key is to use warm water and mild soap. Avoid rubbing too hard and always dry thoroughly. Balance is everything. Your skin is delicate and should be treated with care, not like a scrub pad. Gentle hygiene routines go a long way in preventing unnecessary problems. Never ignore warning signs, especially when it comes to discomfort or visible changes. Any pain, rash, unusual discharge, or sores should not be dismissed. It might be tempting to wait it out or hope it goes away on its own, but that delay can cost you. Some of these symptoms could signal infections, including sexually transmitted ones, or something more serious like cancer. If you see blood in your urine or notice any lumps, swelling, or ulcers, it's time to get checked out. Being embarrassed should never stand in the way of taking your health seriously. It's understandable to feel uncomfortable discussing private matters, even with a professional. But if your current provider makes you feel judged or rushed, find someone else. You deserve care that makes you feel safe and respected. Early diagnosis can make all the difference in your treatment and recovery. Some cancers are extremely rare, but devastating when ignored for too long. Taking action early can spare you from invasive procedures and give you the best chance at preserving both your health and your function. Practicing safe intimacy is one of the best ways to protect yourself and your partner. Not only does it prevent unwanted infections and unplanned outcomes, but it also creates a sense of trust and confidence in your connection. When you're not worried about risks, you're able to be more present and fully enjoy the moment. Find a method of protection that works for you and your partner. Today, there are more choices than ever. Different textures, sizes, and styles that can make things feel more natural and enjoyable. Being cautious also means staying in control during the act. Accidents happen, especially during fast or intense activity. One particularly painful and serious injury is a penile fracture, which usually occurs during vigorous motion and a sudden misalignment. This condition is very real and requires immediate medical care. When the tissues tear, it needs surgical repair to avoid long-term complications. Ignoring it and hoping it heals on its own can lead to permanent dysfunction. So it's always smart to pace yourself, communicate with your partner, and use positions that give you more control. Another important element that often gets overlooked is the use of lubrication. It reduces friction, prevents irritation, and enhances sensation for both people. Too much dryness can cause microtears, leading to pain and increased risk of infection. And remember, needing lube doesn't mean there's a problem. Sometimes the body just needs a little help. It's normal, especially with aging, hormonal changes, or medication. Don't hesitate to include it. It's a simple tool that can make everything more comfortable and enjoyable. Heat is another hidden danger, especially when it comes to testicular health. High temperatures can affect fertility and hormone levels. That's one reason why the body naturally keeps the testicles outside the torso. It helps regulate the temperature for optimal sperm production. Prolonged exposure to hot tubs, saunas, or heated laptop surfaces can interfere with this delicate balance. If you're trying to preserve fertility or keep your testosterone levels in check, avoid these environments too often. Keep electronics off your lap and use some kind of buffer when necessary. Your self-care habits during solo moments matter too. How you handle yourself can influence how your body responds during partnered intimacy. Using excessive pressure or speed during solo sessions can desensitize your body over time. If the sensation you create on your own can't be matched by a partner, it may become difficult to stay aroused during shared experiences. That's why it's best to use techniques that mimic natural stimulation, include lubrication, and emphasize relaxation instead of racing toward a goal. Pleasure should be something that feels positive, not rushed or secretive. Lifestyle choices play a massive role in maintaining sexual function. Smoking is one of the most harmful habits when it comes to this part of your health. It narrows blood vessels and reduces circulation, directly impacting your ability to perform. Not to mention the increased risk of cancers affecting the bladder and other parts of the urinary system. A healthy lifestyle, full of good food, consistent movement, and reduced stress, is essential. It's not always easy, but small steps in the right direction lead to meaningful changes over time. Exercise helps in more ways than one. Cardiovascular workouts improve blood flow, which is essential for performance. Resistance training supports hormone production, including testosterone, which is critical for libido and stamina. Mental health matters too. Chronic stress can suppress desire and make it hard for your body to respond even when you want it to. So incorporating stress management practices, whether it's breathing, mindfulness, therapy, or hobbies, makes a real difference. It's all connected. One thing that often goes unspoken is how hard people can be on themselves when things don't go as planned. If something goes wrong once, the anxiety builds. Then the next time you're so focused on the fear of failure that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. This cycle continues, and it can be emotionally exhausting. You have to be patient with yourself. Occasional issues are normal and don't mean anything is permanently wrong. Being kind and realistic with your expectations creates space for things to improve naturally. And finally, there's truth to the phrase, use it or lose it. Staying sexually active, whether with a partner or alone, helps maintain healthy blood flow and tissue integrity. During the night, the body naturally produces multiple erections while sleeping. These aren't just random, they serve a purpose. They keep tissues oxygenated and functional. If these events stop completely, your body may begin to lose some of that elasticity and responsiveness over time. Staying engaged with your body helps keep everything running smoothly. Loss of desire can also happen gradually when people distance themselves from intimacy for long periods. It may start due to stress, health concerns, or emotional shifts. But the longer it goes on, the harder it is to rekindle that drive. Making time for connection, even when it doesn't lead to intercourse, can be healing. Physical touch, affection, and communication matter just as much. There's no shame in wanting closeness, and making an effort can strengthen not just your sexual health, but your emotional bonds too. At the end of the day, caring for this part of your body is no different from any other aspect of health. It requires attention, respect, and effort. Whether you're young or aging, single or partnered, your health in this area plays a role in your overall well-being. Make time for it, treat it well, and listen when it's trying to tell you something. You only get one body. Take care of it like it matters, because it does.